Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott Selections here for June 15th. Before we get into the leans for today's card, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. Fortunately, we weren't able to build a winning streak after the Diamondbacks win, as we ended up picking up a loss with the Brewers -1.5, as they ended up losing outright to the San Francisco Giants. We got them at +120. The line closed roughly +105, as I thought it would. So there was value, but unfortunately, Davies did not pitch that well as he got bit by the home run bug, and the Brewers stranded a ton of people on base. Pomeranz pitched pretty well. It happens, but looking at today's card, I haven't really been thrilled with any of the actual plays, and the card's very limited, especially with the end of basketball and hockey season. So with that being said, we're going to dive right into the leans here. If anybody has any matchups they want me to cover in particular, how's it going, Terry? Thanks for joining us. If you have any other matchups you want me to cover in either boxing or anything like that, just ask me and I'll cover those as well. But I'm just going to be sticking to baseball under, just this layout. So with that being said, we're going to dive into the first matchup, which is between the Rays and the Angels with Morton versus Suarez. Rays ended up winning yesterday. I would lean to the Rays again. Morton's been great, still undefeated this season. Suarez has been hit or miss, but I like Morton at home here. I know that it's a huge minus, but I definitely think that it's warranted. I think the Rays should win this game, especially with the way the Yankees have struggled. So the Rays are currently in first place in the AL East, and we'll be looking to add some extra separation between them and the Yankees. So I'd lean to the Rays here. Moving on, you have the Red Sox versus the Orioles with Sale versus Bundy. I lean to the Red Sox -2.5 here. I know that they're a -350 favorite, but Sale's been great lately, and Bundy's been hit or miss. It is in Camden, so I expect the Red Sox bats to continue playing well, and I don't expect the Orioles to hit Sale whatsoever. So I'll personally lean to the Red Sox -2.5 there on one of the alternative run lines. Moving on, you have the Nationals and the Diamondbacks with Strasburg versus Clark. Totals been bet up from 9 to 9.5. And the money line has been bet up on the Nationals from -210 to -230. I'll lean to the under 9.5 there, simply just because I don't really see much value on any of the sides. I definitely think that Strasburg is the better pitcher than Clark, but Clark has looked decent this season. But 9.5, I think, is too high of a total. I think this game will end up somewhere in the realm of 5-3 or so I'll lean to the under on that one. Moving on, you have the Brewers and the Giants with Nelson versus Bumgarner. Brewers screwed us yesterday as they stranded a ton of people on base. Ryan Braun single-handedly almost sabotaged every single scoring chance that the Brewers had. But in terms of this game, I will actually lean to the Giants on this one with Bumgarner versus Nelson. Nelson's had one start since coming back from rotator cuff surgery, which caused him to miss about a year and a half. He wasn't great in his last start by any means, and Bumgarner's looked pretty good. Do I think the Brewers should be a -112 favorite in the spot? No. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Giants have looked better lately. Yastrzemski, ever since he's been called into the lineup, has done a decent amount to boost the production for the team. But overall, I definitely think the Giants have the pitch advantage. I like the way they've played lately, and the Brewers are roughly a 500 team on the road, and Nelson is inconsistent. So for me, I'll lean to the Giants here at a small underdog price with Bumgarner on the hill. Moving on, you have the Astros and the Blue Jays with Valdez versus Richard. I would lean to the over 9. Ton of runs in yesterday's game as the Astros lineup was great. Richard's been awful on the road. Valdez has been pretty good. I don't know what the status is for Guerrero Jr. as he got hit by a pitch yesterday, but the x-rays came back negative. I don't know, but I think 9 is too low of a total. I'll lean to the over on that one. Moving on, you have the Indians versus the Tigers with Bieber versus Soto. Soto's been awful this season. Bieber's actually looked pretty good. I'll lean to the Indians team total over, and I'll also lean to the Indians -1.5. I think the Indians should win this game pretty easily. Soto is not that great, and I definitely like this spot for the Indians after their offense came to life yesterday and destroyed the Tigers. So I will lean to the Indians winning comfortably in that one. Moving on, you have an MLB debut by Grazel as he takes on Lopez as the Pirates end up taking on the Marlins. We were right about yesterday, and we said that the Pirates were a nice home price there as they ended up winning 11-0. In terms of this game, I would lean to the over 7.5, and I'd also lean to the Pirates as a dog here. Lopez has been decent, but he's been hit or miss. Grazel's in his first MLB start, so you don't really know what to expect. But I definitely don't think the Marlins should be laying roughly -122 to a team like the Pirates. Even if Grazel doesn't pitch well, I can still see Bell and Newman and Moran doing well, and I think that the Pirates will score some runs. So I will lean to the over, and I'll lean to the Pirates as a plus price as an underdog. Moving on, you have the Cardinals versus the Mets with Waka and Syndergaard. Money's poured in on the Cardinals. Waka's been hit or miss. Was good his last start against the Marlins. Syndergaard's been pretty solid lately. But for me, I'm going to lean to the Cardinals. I don't like the way the Mets have played lately, and I definitely think that is a plus price. Cardinals are worth taking that gamble for roughly plus 123 on the money line, so I'll lean to the Cardinals. Moving on, you have the Royals versus the Twins. I will lean to the under 9 here. I know the Twins are a great offense, but I do like the way Odorizzi's pitched, and the Royals' offense has not been great by any means this season. I think the Twins will win this game comfortably, but I don't like laying any of the run lines with a home team because they're only going to get roughly 8 at-bats. So I'll lean to the under in the Twins game, and I will lean to the Twins winning. Moving on, you have the Yankees versus the White Sox. Yankees have been bet up from minus 150 to minus 170. There's no way I'm back on the Yankees here. I know that the Yankees are a better team, and I am a Yankees fan, but the Yankees have looked awful, and the White Sox I think they're at 500 now. They have looked a lot better, and Jimenez keeps smacking home runs to center field. Green's only going to pitch an inning or so. He's not great. Lopez has not been great by any means either. But for me, I'll lean to the over 9.5, and I'll lean to the White Sox money line here, as they have definitely been the hotter team lately. So I will lean to the White Sox. Moving on, you have the Reds versus the Rangers with Rourke versus Minor. I lean to the Rangers here. Rangers got a very comfortable win yesterday thanks to the grand slam by Odor. Minor is definitely better than Rourke, and the Reds' offense has been inconsistent to say the least. I'll lean to Texas. I think Texas will get the job done. So I'll lean to the Rangers there. And also small lean to the under. Moving on, you have the Phillies versus the Braves. I lean to the Braves, and I will lean to the over 9. Newcomb, very solid pitcher, been a little bit inconsistent. Nola, solid pitcher, but he has struggled this season with his ERA. In terms of this game, the Braves have scored at least 6 runs in each of their last, I believe it's 6 games or 7 games. So I'll lean to the over 9 here. I think this game should lead to a decent amount of runs. Both lineups are pretty solid, and I think that both starting pitchers and their bullpens will struggle again. Lean to the over there. Moving on, you have the Rockies versus the Padres. I have to lean to the Padres here. I know that Marquez is the better pitcher, and I know that people don't tend to look at previous baseball games and think of momentum, but the Rockies literally blew a 6-run lead in the 9th inning yesterday, and then ended up losing by giving up 5 runs in the 12th. So based on that alone, I'll lean to the Padres. That seems like a momentum booster for San Diego, as they had pretty much no chance to win, scored 6 runs in the 9th to tie the game, went to extras, and they ended up winning in the 12th. So I think that is momentum-based, and I think Colorado will come out flat. Lean to the Padres on that one. Moving on, you have Oakland versus Seattle. Seattle had a nice win yesterday, but you have Montes versus Batista on the mound. I will lean to the A's there. Montes has been fantastic this season, and Batista is a relative unknown, not that great by any means. So I will lean to the A's on that one. And the late game, you have the Dodgers versus the Cubs with Buehler versus Darvish. Lean to the Dodgers there. We were right about the under on that one yesterday, as it ended up totaling 8 runs. But overall, I lean to Buehler. I love the way he's pitched. Darvish is inconsistent. I think the Dodgers will get to him. So I will lean to the Dodgers in that one. If anyone does not have any questions on any of the matchups there, no problem, Ryan. Then I will just simply talk about the sponsor and conclude today's video. But if you have any other questions about the boxing matches, then I'll gladly entertain those. Other than that, a quick reminder for sponsors at PointsBet, online sportsbook in New Jersey, a couple of great deals for you. Up to 2 risk-free bets of up to $1,000. So if you end up losing on any of the bets, and you get your money back. So you're simply gambling with literal house money. And if you win, you get paid. If you lose, you get your money back. So it's definitely a great deal by PointsBet. I will leave some promo codes as well as a link in the description below. But I don't see any questions for anybody. So with that being said, sorry about there being no play of the day, but I don't really like anything in the sports card. In terms of my favorite leans, I do like the Pirates as an underdog here. I think there is value on them. And I also like the Red Sox minus 2.5. I think they'll win that game by 4 or 5 runs. I think they'll win that comfortably. But with that being said, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott's Selections here for Saturday, June 15th. And good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.